Hey guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I know I am. I went to my library recently and I came across this National Geographic magazine. I have not honestly opened one of these things in the longest time. My dad used to collect these things when I was growing up. I would not be surprised to say if he had over 100 copies. I wish I could find that collection now. I think he ended up giving them away. But I used to just sit down as a little kid and just flip through those photos. The artwork in there, the photography was just absolutely stunning. And to see all the places and the wonders of the world, people of the world that look nothing like you, but you can really find the beauty and appreciate it. Probably one of my favorite publications out there is National Geographic. So that got me thinking, I wonder if I should go ahead and subscribe and build my own collection. But in the meantime, this was the only copy I found at the library. So I decided to pick it up. So I'm opening it for the first time so we can look through it together. And this one is Space. Space. And this edition is from October of 2023. So very recent. Now, I won't discuss every page on this, but I'm really just going to talk about the things that really stand out to me. As we flip through together. Now, this is epic. I love things like this. Talking about the galaxy and Milky Way. I took my family to a planetarium last fall. So we watched a presentation on constellations and galaxies, Milky Ways, stars, planets. And it was just great for them to see that and I guess find the joy in it like I do. This is Making of a Masterpiece. This was taken back in July 10th of 2014. Engineers of Northrop in Redondo Beach, California prepare to unfurl a test version of the 5-layer sun shield designed to keep the new observatory cool. Look at that. You can really see how massive this thing is because those are the people. You compare the size with their bodies. That is really something. And then you have the planets of our solar system, of our galaxy. Oh, this is more than planets. Designing Woman. Sabrina Thompson is on a mission to empower women, starting with a flight suit that fits. You go, girl. Oh, this was the teacher from the Challenger. Do you guys remember? I don't know. I guess it depends on who is listening and how old you are. But I remember being in school. Was I in school here? Wait, let me see what year this happened. No, I don't think so. No, I was younger than that. And I was probably in Jamaica at the time. But when the Challenger exploded upon launch, and they had that one teacher who, so of course we learned about her through the years. I think that's her right there. And I grew up in Florida, so we took field trips to Cape Canaveral I didn't watch the launch from there, but I was able to see when we used to live in Orlando at one point, where we lived right next to a lake, and that it was in the direction of Cape Canaveral. So when they had like SpaceX launch, we could see it right from our house. Oh, look at that. Welcome to the Cosmic Odyssey. On February 7th, 1984, as part of the Space Shuttle Challenger mission, Bruce McCandless became the first astronaut to maneuver freely in space without being tethered to a vehicle. That is so scary. So he wasn't even attached to the spaceship. That is crazy. This is the astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti, space environmentalist Moriba Jah, planetary geologist Bethany Ellman. When innovation is extraterrestrial, these National Geographic explorers are looking into the limitless future of space. Now, I know you guys probably heard about this telescope, the most famous telescope at the moment. The James Webb Space Telescope penetrated the Tarantula Nebula's clouds to capture thousands of stars, including never-before-seen young ones enveloped in cosmic dust. That is amazing. And cosmic dust is really just like the speckles of stars all throughout. Billions upon trillions of stars. Wow, look at that. The banded clouds of swirling cyclones of Jupiter are revealed in different wavelengths of light in these 6 images. So these are all Jupiter, but they're just revealed in different wavelengths of light. By row from top left, the planet is seen in infrared light by James Webb Telescope, ultraviolet by the Hubble Space Telescope, and 3 different infrared views from the Gemini North Telescope in Hawaii. The final image, that's these 3 here. The final image of Jupiter was captured in visible light by Hubble. So these are sun blisters resembling the flowers that bear its name. The sun blisters and bubbles is a detailed image of its surface taken by Daniel K. Inouye Solar Telescope in Hawaii. This is the sun, folks. Detailed image of the sun. Almost reminds me of a sunflower. Like a dog with a bone, NASA's Perseverance rover looks down at a sample tube filled with Martian rock that it deposited on the surface for a future mission to collect. By studying the rocks of Mars in laboratories on Earth, scientists may learn if the red planet ever supported life. I guess that's one of the great mysteries we have to this day. If there's life, if life is on Mars, or is there any living thing on Mars that can survive? I guess it's all still a mystery. NASA's Artemis program brings us one giant leap closer to the moon, Mars, and beyond. What I didn't realize until I went to the planetarium is that there are, I don't know how many exactly. I don't know if it's thousands, billions, trillions, I'm not sure. But this is not the only galaxy, right? There's more galaxies with more planets, more constellations, more of everything that we see within our galaxy. Right now, we only have the capability to solar our galaxy. But there has been telescopes that are able to take photos of other galaxies, other Milky Ways. So it's a mystery that, you know, what else is out there outside of our little bubble. To get the astronauts moonbound, SLS relies on a pair of 177-foot tall side boosters filled with solar polymer fuel. We used to hear that boom, is it like what they call it, the solar boom or the boosters? It's basically when the boosters come off the spaceship, right? So when the spaceship would launch and then the boosters come off, you would hear that boom. And we used to hear that sometimes very faintly, but when we lived in Orlando, you can hear it. I think it's these right here, these two things. It's a test dummy. In April 2023, SpaceX conducted the first full test flight. This one here on the left. Of a silvery rocket known as Starship. The reusable vehicle has more thrust than SLS, and a variant of its upper stage will act as Artemis III's lunar lander. Many tests await Starship. 4 minutes into flight, SpaceX blew up this rocket for safety after it began to flip uncontrollably. I remember hearing about that. At 1:47 a.m. Eastern Time on November 16th, 2022, the Artemis 1 mission roared into the skies, at the time the most powerful rocket launch ever witnessed. To capture this image safely, photographer Dan Winters placed a sound-triggered camera 1,000 feet from the launch pad. During the launch, Winters and other spectators had to stand more than 3 miles away. Even at that distance, the rocket was louder than a rock concert. 3 miles away, that's how far. And even then, they probably still had earplugs on. Back to the moon. Let's see if I can show this one to you guys. Go fold out image. There we go. Calling the distance. Into the shadows. NASA has selected 13 regions that could serve as landing areas for future Artemis III's mission. Astronauts could then venture into craters that receive no direct sunlight, frozen depressions that have endured some 2 billion years of darkness at more than 350 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. I'm going to read that again. At more than 350 degrees Fahrenheit below zero, ice, ammonia, and methane remain frozen. Handy supplies if a lunar base were to be established here. Goodness. Unimaginable. When Artemis II, the program's first crewed mission, flies around the moon, astronaut Victor Glover will be piloting the 4-person voyage. The California native has logged more than 3,000 flight hours and nearly 6 months of International Space Station. He quotes saying, "You hear people refer to the moonshots anytime humans do something great," he says. "It's going to be amazing for our generation to have its own actual moonshot." That's amazing. Machine learning to help us bring mysterious black holes into sharper view. These are black holes, all black holes. And here you go, galaxies. Time travel to achieve galaxies. Gosh, it looks so celestial. It almost looks not real. This is gorgeous. Newborn stars burst forth from cocoons of gas and dust into this James Webb telescope, into this Webb image of the Rio Upichi cloud complex, the star-forming region closest to Earth. That is beautiful. Decoding the dawn, and here's another fold-out. The first stars. Look at that. I love how it just swirls like that. The earliest barred spiral galaxies. The galaxies. And the moon. And there's people on the moon right there. No, this is not the moon. This is Earth. Where is this? In Norway. This is Norway. In frigid temperatures. I bet Norway is gorgeous. You know, this is underwater. What does it say? 2.5 miles beneath the Arctic Ocean, under permanent ice cover. The Aurora hydrothermal vent field is almost unearthly as the sea floors of the Enceladus and Jupiter's moon Europa. Oceans beyond Earth. Here's Europa. Title. Look at that. Oh wow, look at that shot. That's an eclipse of some kind. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, let's read this one. Eclipses are all about timing. In advance of 2012's annual solar eclipse, when the moon obscures most of the sun, Pinsky drove to New Mexico for a better view. She found a local park, framed her camera on the horizon, and waited. As the celestial event progressed, a man walked in her shot and placed himself perfectly. Pinsky got chills as she snapped, capturing the moment before it was gone. You can catch an annual eclipse on October 14th and a total eclipse on April 8th, 2024. So we have a total eclipse coming up April 8th, 2024 in parts of the United States. That is like that once in a lifetime shot. She'll never get that back, but I'm pretty sure she sold it to National Geographic. Either way, absolutely stunning, and congrats to her. Love this stuff, man. I really do. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again very soon. Until next time, take care for now.